Hey friends, it's me, Curtis. Welcome to the show. In the backyard. Love my yard, love being out here. Gardening is one of my pleasures, passions in life. Wanted to show you some tools that I bring out and I work with. My knee pads. They're fabulous. I use the hard ones. I think these are the type that people that work on decks and hard surfaces, these are the type knee pads they use. I love this for when I'm down weeding. You know, I put my knee pads on, it protects my skin, keeps it easy. Also, I put on gloves so I can get down on all fours. If you have lower back pain, any trouble in your back like I do, to weed, get down on all fours. You know, it's just the best way to do it. And I think of weeding as kind of a therapeutic practice, a moving practice, right? Put on some good music, some Santana, some Earth, Wind, and Fire, whatever your favorite artist is. Some Taylor Swift, I'm a Swiftie. Some Beyonce, my niece is a member of the Beehive. Anyway, music, it's just a great way to relax. And also my little, little hand-sized shovel. It's great for working in your potted plants or like I do in my beds. Ooh, the squirrels are partying up in the trees there. And then this little gadget, this is an incredible weed tool, digging weeds. You see the hooks in the top there? It makes it easy to go down, twist, pull the weed right out by the roots. Okay, so let's talk about what I have planned today. Over my shoulder, my left shoulder, is a tomato plant. Can you see that tomato plant? Are you following me, Mr. Camera? Give it a little okay sign, and it's supposed to follow me. Let's see if that works. There we go. Okay, now, so over my right shoulder now is this tomato plant. It was given to me by Dan and Peggy. Dan, you've seen on the show, he's done the canning, the tomatoes, he put to preserve the tomatoes and made jams. They were absolutely incredible. It's a Costoluto Genovese. I hope I said that name right. Dan, did I say it right? I planted it a few months ago. It was late arriving or late producing. And I believe it's because it's on my east side wall, so it gets shaded in the morning. Now, on my north side wall, they get sun most of the day in the summertime, so those tomatoes, basils, all that stuff produce so well. Now, this one came on, it's really producing a lot. So today I'm going to harvest those tomatoes, cut the plant back, and we'll see if we can get some winter growth. In fact, I might move that plant, see if we get winter growth. What I've also done is buried a lot of those seeds, so it'll come back next year. I'm going to see if oh, look, it's tracking me. On my right here is I just love this area. I've got my banana trees. I've got my orange tree, my lemon tree, my Meyer lemon tree. There's a beautiful white bird of paradise that's growing up there. And this winter, I may cover that area so that the banana trees don't just totally die back. In fact, 4 of my banana trees have produced bananas this year. I think I'll see if I can drop some footage of the banana trees as well in there. All four, maybe 5 of them have produced bananas. This is going to be a fun winter for me. I'm going to try some things. I'm going to try in the beds. I'm going to try to build some hoop houses so that we can grow different crops. I may try some lettuce. I may try even small tomatoes, other things in there. There's a gentleman on the East Coast, I believe his name is Elliot. Anyway, he does this process. He wrote a book called Farming the Backside of the Calendar. He's in Maine, so he does these hoop houses, put candles in there. You know, little one candle can keep a nice hoop house warm overnight. I'll find out for myself. Anywho, so today we're going to have fun in the garden. And the reason I showed you that tomato plant is because I'm going to make a gazpacho. Lisa loves gazpacho, so I'm going to make a gazpacho with those tomatoes. Oh, I forgot one other tool that I have in the garden, my hat, to keep my head warm and also to keep stuff from falling on top of my noggin. Peace, spread love, enjoy your garden today. Ingredients for gazpacho: tomatoes, cucumber, bell pepper, I'm using red bell pepper, garlic, onion from my backyard, some sherry, olive oil, vinegar, A little bit of salt, and I'm using sea salt. I'm sorry, this is kosher salt. And a little bit of water just in case we need it. Let's get to work. Let's quickly recap how to peel tomatoes. I just put a little X in the top, cut the stem end out, place them in boiling water for about 10-15 seconds. Skin stretches out, cold water allows it to contract, then they're easy to peel. That's how simple it is to peel a tomato. How about peeling a pepper? Will it work the same way? Let's give it a try. Same process, hot water. Let's chill it in the cold water, see what happens. All right, it was about 30 seconds. Now we're gonna scoop it out. Let's go into the cold water. We're gonna chill this now. Again, this is what cools that skin off and let it shrink down. So just make sure you turn it over and stop the heating process, the cooking process. Now let's see if it peels as easily as a tomato did. What are your thoughts on this little science project? It's given us some difficulty. Well, you know my favorite saying, there's more than one way to build a bridge. So that did not work. Let's try something else. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Just gonna roast them over an open flame. Now you can do this on the grill as well. Just put them on top of the grill and let them just roast. But here's an open flame and on the stove top. And I've just got a little skewer there and we're just gonna char it. You see how that works there? It just kind of blisters it, and just take your time and do this over the whole pepper. Make sure you get the whole pepper charred, and then we will take it off and see how it turns out. Let's speed this up now and see what happens. Well, you can't tell it has speeded up, however it will. Now watch my hand coming. You see how fast my hand's moving. Here goes the speed up. Look at that. Into the cold water. We're going to chill it off and see how it goes. Now let's see if it's peeling. It comes off better. We're going to put it back on for a little longer. Flip it over. And you're going to see where this really, really works well. All right, we're just going to continue to roast it. Just get it nice and blistered back to the cold water. Now watch how this skin comes off. Much, much easier. It's going to slip that little paring knife, the tip of the paring knife, the blade in, and that skin comes right off. Now you really don't have to do this. However, I do believe it makes the gazpacho taste better. All right, let's go ahead and prep our cucumber. We're just going to use half the cucumber, so I'm going to peel it. Then we're going to slice this in half, scoop out the seeds, and we will dice our cucumber to work in our gazpacho. All right, cucumber ready. Let's get busy. All right, so now we're ready to dice our cucumber. I have the tomatoes already in the chopping container. Cucumbers go in, and next we will get our bell pepper prepped. And I'm big on using the right size tool for the job. So I've got a smaller food processor. What did I call it? Food chopper there. Now to peel this bell pepper, well, the bell pepper is already peeled. Let's go ahead and slice it in half. And notice how I'm coring it to remove the seeds. I don't want any pepper seeds in my gazpacho, so we're going to take all those out. Take a look there. And then we're going to just kind of slice that membrane off. Notice how that pepper has all that beautiful color. Just slice into strips, and put into the food processor. And then we're about ready to make our gazpacho. Little house cleaning, get that board nice and clear. We're going to bring the food processor container back in. Remember that wet paper towel keeps the mat nice and safe. I want to use up the old, I shouldn't say old because it's fresh, but the onion that's in my fridge before I start slicing into another one. Just dice that up, chop it up. Garlic goes in. I'm just slicing the stem end off the garlic so it won't make my gazpacho bitter. So take your time there. A little bit of the sherry goes in. Dry sherry I like. You can use a sweeter one. The vinegar, along with our olive oil, salt, and we are ready to grind. Okay, everything is in our little food processor. Let's just grind it up. Chop, chop, chop it up. The gazpacho is ready to go at this point. I mean, you can make it as thin or as thick as you like. I'm going to show you another version here in just a minute. So just let it process up to your desired thickness or chunkiness. Now here's what it looks like out of the, after it's been ground up. Did I say ground? I keep saying that. After it's been blended and chopped. Really good looking consistency, huh? And if you want it thinner, you can add a little water, but look at that. Oh, just a beautiful gazpacho. Let's see if we can take it to another level. Now that was a beautiful gazpacho, but now watch what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna add this to my, like the blender mode, and see how it changes the consistency, also the color. This would be a prime time if you want to add a little bit of cream to this. Now, however, once you add cream, you've got to always keep it refrigerated until you are ready to serve it. Now, this is with the immersion blender. Now, look how the color changed from before. All right, it's time to serve it up. Ooh, and traditionally, the gazpacho is served with croutons or breadcrumbs, whatever you'd like to do there. And I just used a clear bowl. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil across the top just for our presentation. Let's see if I have any breadcrumbs coming up here. Yes, I do. There we go. And we're just going to slice the breadcrumbs and arrange them on top. Again, you can toast and make croutons, whatever works for your gazpacho. It's a wonderful dish especially in the hot summertime. Also, I enjoy gazpacho even in the wintertime when with a grilled cheese sandwich, or I actually love gazpacho with a tuna sandwich. All right, y'all. Spread love. Bon appetit. Bon appetit! Yeah, that's good stuff. Very good stuff. My friend Terry Steele, we're here at Yoshi's tonight. Got an advanced copy of his cookbook, Where Do We Grow From Here? Now, I've known Terry for quite a few years. I'm not going to tell you how many, but let's just say when I met him, I had hair. So we're here for the sound check. There's Terry over in the corner. Let's see if we can get a shot of him. You'll get to talk to Terry. We'll get to talk to Terry a little later on, okay? So today, just behind the scenes, going to see what's going on with my man Terry Steele from Los Angeles. He's a great singer, great entertainer. Now he's breaking into cookbooks business. Damn! We're gonna have fun tonight, right, y'all? Man. All right, brothers. His back is turned. So can I ask y'all some questions about my man Terry? I'm gonna get my handheld if y'all don't mind, right? So Dave, is there a? Let me get this mic off. You know what? Terry Steele, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Los Angeles, born and raised. Yes, born and raised.
Dodger fan, a Rams fan?
All of the above, but I'm not a big sports fan. But
nothing wrong with that.
I moved to Philly for a while.
Oh, really?
For about 5-6 years.
Younger years, later years?
Later years.
So like that Harold Melvin and Blue Note? Did you get some of that in you?
I was actually managed by Patti LaBelle's company, and I wrote music for her. This is back in the late 90s.
Okay.
And so that was my first time really being away from home. Lived in one of her apartments for about 5 years.
Right. So what was that experience like?
Oh, that was great. That was really when I first started cooking, and because I was away from home, and after the sessions or just being out during the day with her, she would say, "Come on over, and want to make sure you're eating." And we would get in the kitchen, and she would cook, and I would sit there and watch and
really?
eat.
So Mama brought the music to you. Patti brought the food to you.
Two mamas.
I I love that. I had the pleasure to work with her on a couple of shows back in the day, and she just brought so much love to what she did. So,
Genuine.
yeah,
Like,
genuine, right?
yes,
So
yes,
I don't want to get ahead of us because I want to hear more about you and your music because I met you through mutual friends,
yes.
and I'll never forget hearing you sing the first time, and I get that chicken skin.
Oh man, thank
No,
you,
brother. I mean that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Really.
So share with us that love of music, that gift that you got from God, from mom, from dad.
I can't prove myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my God in life, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, cause I'm always thinking of you.
It's really interesting because I grew up only singing in church. Like, I'm not the guy that was in the high school choirs and all of that. I was a little shy outside of the church, but in the church, I would sing and direct the youth choir. And I did.
We've all seen him work.
Yeah.
Can we go to church this week?
Let's go. Let's go.
Get into music or even think about making it a career until my first year in college. And I actually went first to Pierce College, then to UCLA. But when I was at Pierce, I took a voice class, 101,
Right,
simple,
voice 101, right?
basic. And the teacher, the instructor, Dr. Vicky Cutler,
Oh!
Is that enough with your key wedge?
I'm good. Yes.
You good?
Yeah.
well, I'm not a
Bring
spring
it up,
chicken,
brother,
so
I'm telling you.
I'm going
Bring
back.
it up. I appreciate that. Wow. So she turned you on. Talked about voice and
Yes, and she was doing commercials and things like that, and so she had a job that was offered that she could bring in a few singers to make up a choir, a chorus, and it was for Disney. And she hired me, and I think I made, I don't know, a few $100s.
you're like, yeah, this
And
is.
like, okay, you can
I
make
love this.
money doing this for real.
I love that. So Pierce College, where you got to start, and then did you transfer to UCLA? Did
Yes, I
you graduate
transferred.
there? Did you? How long did you stay at UCLA?
I stayed at UCLA. I graduated, and I got my master's in ethnomusicology. So not really, playing and singing, but just the ethnic part of rhythms. I always had. Fascinated me, and being on the road and hearing different drum beats, and so yeah.
Do you play drums at all?
I don't. I play keyboards. When I was younger, I played the marimbas. What do you, and the xylophone.
Oh wow!
I'm talking like when I was 10, 11.
The xylophone. That's. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. Look, Terry, we could spend all day now. Tonight's show here at Yoshi's. If you don't mind repeating that, tonight's show. Just tell us.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, tonight's show, we're here at Yoshi's, and this has been the love of my life. I got the start, my professional start as a songwriter. I wrote a song for Mr. Luther Vandross. And the song went on to win Luther his very first Grammy
I'm applauding in the
ever.
background. Wow.
Ah, yes.
Loved Luther's voice. Loved him singing background.
I'm
loved him
telling,
when he
right?
was up front.
Just incredible.
Yeah, just what a vocalist he was, huh?
And so the song I wrote was Here and Now.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
the wedding song, right?
That's the one. Oh, can you break off a little bit of that for us tonight?
Here and now. I gotta save it for the show though.
That's enough. I got you. Wow. So, and I've always called you Brother Terry.
Yes.
I mean, it's like Brother Terry. I mean, like you, I grew up in that church, that African
That's
American
it.
church. And,
Yes.
And it's, we brothers.
That's
man.
it.
You know,
For real, for
for
real.
real,
Yes.
for real. And I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
You know.
Thank you.
We're
Really.
gonna break off and now yes, thank you. And it's a
I know.
mutual love
Yes,
thing.
yes.
So, what else have you got? Tell me about the family.
Got two little babies that I love. They're not babies anymore. Don't they grow up fast?
Ain't that the truth? I'm a granddaddy now.
Well, hopefully I'll be one, but
Not soon.
Yeah.
Not too soon, right? That's all good. Hey, I'm with you. So the fam is real close. Your son. Your
yeah.
daughter.
My daughter's in at Loyola Marymount University. She just her first freshman year.
Wow.
Son's a junior at Culver City High. So they're
Flies, doesn't it?
oh man,
When we met,
they're
my
my
boys
hearts.
were little babies. Now my baby has a baby.
Right?
Both boys are married, man. I'm like, anyway. So
You're looking good though, living the right kind of life.
we're both living the right life, right?
There
We're
you
doing
go.
What we love.
There you go.
Now, if you don't mind, can I come in frame with you?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we're gonna make a little transition, y'all.
There you go.
Now,
Let me move over here a
everybody,
little bit.
I'm coming in with my man Terry here, and he's got this. First off, isn't that a gorgeous color? I love that color. I'm a little bit jealous.
Right.
I'm a little bit jealous, right? And it's like, so tell us about this garden project. You got something going over there.
So yeah, I
Tell those folks at home.
okay.
Tell them folks at
He's
home.
like, let me turn it this way.
I want the
Keep
folks
that way.
at home. 'Cause,
So during the pandemic, though, I had started gardening previously, but during the pandemic, all of the clubs closed down and studios. I mean, it was just entertainment was just shut down. Even after they started reopening, we were still
It's
shut
hurt- it was
down.
hurting. I'm gonna show the folks stuff while you talk. I love the
Those
QR
are my
codes.
those take you to little music clips, different. That's I think is a performance with my family, Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
Yeah, I love my.
I love that, brother. This is okay. Keep going.
Oh, so
Okay,
yeah.
so we haven't seen each other in a couple of years.
I know, so
We
now
talk
we're
on
just-
the phone. So now we're
And I'm just talking now.
we're just having a good time. So I'm gonna get in here close so we both pick up. All right. So you got
But
the
yeah, so
garden.
I was during the pandemic I started gardening, and then I have a pretty nice patch of land. So then
He's got a gorgeous patch of land.
so I started. So then I was harvesting all of these vegetables and really didn't have anything to do with them. So I started giving them to my neighbors. I started preparing simple dishes. I'm not a chef like the master here,
Hey.
but just doing simple, clean. I call it clean living,
yeah.
clean food.
I love it.
And then it turned out where I had all of these recipes and gardening tips, and I just
I
that's
cannot
mama.
wait to try that. Well, that's your mom. We're gonna get a close up on that and show everybody at home. But this Parmesan crusted potato pie,
Yes.
folks, y'all. Tomato pie.
Tomato.
I said potato. It's tomato. Tomatoes are a fruit, and they're so sweet when cooked right. So I can't wait to try that, brother.
Oh, yes.
Let
That's
me get a close up on mamas so everybody can see that, because y'all know how we are about our mamas, right?
and those are my little special recipes and things that my mom I put a little, she's from the South, so it's a lot of
What part? What's your
Alabama.
Alabama?
So she likes a lot of the, seasoning with
Oh,
the
yeah.
pork and stuff. So I kind of changed that
Yes.
and brought it more natural and, you know what I mean?
I got you. And we don't step on mama because we love them. They tell us what it is. However, I want to live past 72. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Because we got to cut back on that animal fat.
And the salt and all of that. So I took the her recipes and even things that I got from some of my other friends. It's like, well, maybe we can do a little different twist on it and
Kinda
make it
update
a little
bit.
healthy.
Yeah,
So,
I love that. Okay, so now you explain this beautiful title. I love this. Where do we
grow from here? And
That's
so
hot!
I'm thinking we've been through the pandemic and all, so how are we going to grow from all of that?
Yes. Where do we grow from here?
With the way we eat, the way we think, the way we live. I think that through it all, we can glean something positive
Amen.
from the what we've been through the last year. So where do we go from there? Where do we grow? How do we grow from that?
That is so powerful, not only in our garden, in our life, and our love for each other. That's one of the things I feel strong about us is this my tagline is spread love.
I know, and I've stolen it.
But it's okay.
My name is Terry Steele, so I can do it.
Yeah, I love it. But it's like, we feed each other, right? I mean, it's like the same thing. It's like,
Yes.
Artists. And
Yes.
I think of myself, I'm not an artist like you.
But you are, yes.
Right. And that's that creative flow. So when you wrote this, when you told me this, I was like so excited for you and for me because I get to get a little more insight. So if there's one recipe you want to make sure everyone tries out of Where Do We Grow From Here, what would it be?
Oh, wow.